This is my correspondence journal, and I got some questions about this journal and how I use it, so that I would like to answer these questions in this video, and I would like to flip through this journal with you. Hi there, this is Luise Heinzel. Welcome to my channel Junk Journal Art. Nice to see you here. So yeah, this is my correspondence journal. So it's really bulky. It's some kind of crocodile. It can stand by its own like this. It's really incredible. And I have shown you this journal in one of my past videos, and I got so many questions about this journal that I decided that I want to show you a little bit more about the inside and tell you some details how I use this journal, and I would like to try to answer your questions about this journal. Yeah, so let's start. So first of all, I have to say this journal is made by my dear friend Jeanette Wilde. Hi Jeanette, perhaps you are watching this video. So she is one of my design team members for a really long time, and we got really good friends in the meantime, and it's so incredible because she sent me this journal that she created as one of her design team projects with my digital paper collections that's called Modern Vintage Fuchsia. You can see one of the images here on the front cover. She glued it here to this really incredible fabric. That's really cool. I don't know if that is hand dyed, but I think so. I don't know if she did this by herself. I'm not sure, but it's such an incredible pattern, and it feels so lovely. And even if this is not my favorite color, I love this journal so much. I can't tell you. So if you're interested in checking out this paper collection, so that's a digital paper collection from my Etsy shop, I will link this item down below in the description box so that you can check that out. So as you can see, Jeanette used the pages here to create the signatures. She mixed that up with some of her own paper. You will see that in a second. But all these pages that you can see with this purple and pink flowers, with this fuchsia flowers, are from this printable paper collection. And there is also some ephemera available that matches the pages. So in this journal, I've collected all my letters, all the things that I got from you and from, I can say my journal friends, or how is that called? So for example, this card here came with a happy mail. So here's a little note from the person that sent me this happy mail. And all these cards and envelopes and these little notes I collected here in this journal. For example, this one as well. So that was also a card that explained what is in the envelope or in the package that this person sent to me. And in the very beginning of this thing here, I have to say that I don't, so I will not mention the names of the people who have sent me these cards and all the stuff that is inside here. Because I know when the camera here above me is recording, then my brain is not working as good as when the camera is not recording. And I'm sure that I will miss some names or some persons, and I don't want that they are sad or that stuff. So I decided that I will not mention the persons who sent me the cards and that stuff. I hope you, I know that you will understand me, because that's really difficult. And but I have to say, I know when I look at the single pieces here in this journal, I know every name that's under this paper here. So here on the back side, there are the notes that the people sent me, and I know everyone, and I know who sent me this envelope, who sent me this little embellishment. So it's not, how can I say that? For me, of course, every single piece is in contact with a name and a person and a face. So yeah, that's what I want to say. But I think for you, it's not so important to know from who is this, for example, because you don't know the person who sent me that, perhaps. So, okay. I hope you understand that. And I hope I can explain that in English. Yeah, so I try my best. In this journal, there are also many things that were really surprising for me. For example, this card here came from a friend. Yeah, it's a journal friend. I don't know her in person. She's in my German Facebook group. So it's a German Facebook group about junk journaling. And she sent me this, and I was so surprised. And that's, yeah, some kind of memory that I think only in this junk journaling community can exist. So all these little things, all these little, yeah, paper craft things that are inside here are so special for me. And every time I, excuse me, please. Every time I flip through this journal, I have so many memories and so many things are going on in my brain and in my heart. That's incredible. For example, this little note here came from a friend from Berlin, and she sent me a really big package, so a really big happy mail with some stuff from her stash. And this is only, so not meant bad, of course, this is only a note if you look at it from the outside. So if you don't know what's behind this, but for me, behind this note, there is so many, content, so memory content. I don't know how to explain that. So she sent me some papers, and I have created something with those papers, and I made YouTube videos about that, and I had really much fun, and all this stuff is in this little paper, in this little note, and that's really, really cool. And that's also the reason why I'm showing you this, because I would like to encourage you to make your own correspondence journal, and please do it. I can't tell you, please do it. So for example, this card here is the very first card that I got many years ago from a very, very dear journal friend. So I think she was my first junk journal friend, and I also don't know her in person, and she sent me the most incredible happy mail that I've ever got. And it's still, in the meantime, I got many happy mails and I got many incredible gifts, but this was the first one. And so I mean, that what was around this card, that was the first one that I've ever got, and I will never forget that. So this person created a whole ephemera holder for me. I also have a YouTube video on my channel about this ephemera holder. It was so incredible, and there were things in it that I've never seen before until this date. And yeah, in the meantime, of course, I know all these things, and I know what is an ephemera holder. But yeah, at this date, perhaps there's the year, or even I think it was 2017. I think. I don't know exactly, but I have to check the video to know the exact date. But yeah, I learned so much from her, and I still am in contact with her, and yeah. Sorry. So perhaps you get this idea how big these memories are and how intensive those memories are. It's really, really incredible. And I also have collected some cards like this. So these came from a very dear friend from the Netherlands. And yeah, it's a person like so many other persons in this journal that I'm sure I would never have met them in reality. So yeah, there's no chance to meet such people who are creating such things in reality, because yeah, it's impossible. So and this community, this junk journaling community and the craft community, makes it possible that we get in contact and that we get to know each other and that we get such incredible things. And this card, and also this one as well, but this yeah, is a little bit closer to what I want to say. This was inspired by a YouTube video that I made. I created some index cards, and I made some videos about those index cards, and I made some tutorials about that. So that was a little challenge on Instagram. Perhaps you know that challenge. It's this index card a day challenge. And I made this tutorial where I have drawn a face, and then I cut it in half and used the both sides to create a similar card like this. And this person who sent this to me was inspired by my video, and she tried to imitate this. And that for me as a YouTuber is a really, really incredible thing. You can't imagine how much motivation this gives to me when people create something after they have watched my tutorials. And this is so special. And of course, I would not put these things into my cupboard or into my, you know what I mean, into a box or that stuff, because such a journal you can take out and go through it over and over again, and then you will find this incredible things, and you get this memory back to your heart, and that's so incredible. And that's please go to your stash, collect some papers, and make such a correspondence journal for yourself and collect these things. So this thing here, this little pocket, is also made out of yeah, the stuff that this person has sent to me. So I try to collect these things in this journal also by creating some extra pockets next to the pockets that are existing already in this journal to store those things. And I love to use the things that are handmade by the people who have sent me this. And I'm stopping here because, so I'm talking so long about this because some people asked me, how do you decide what you put into this correspondence journal? How do you use it? And I have to say, this journal is full, and I want to start, so I already started this new correspondence journal. And in this new journal, I would like to do these things a little bit different. So here I have collected both cards, and I've put them here into this pocket. In the meantime, I received some cards like this in a really artsy and special design, and I decided to take these cards out and put them to my wall. I would like to create some kind of wall of inspiration. I think you call that in this craft community. And these cards will go out here and go to the wall, I think. But that's also some kind of process. I have a very small wall there and a very small wall here, and that are the only two walls here where I can put this to get this inspiration like a shower to me. So from this both walls, when I watch that while I'm creating something here at my desk, I can get this shower of inspiration, and there's not so much space. So I decided to put these cards there, and perhaps when this wall is full and I get some new cards, then these both will go back here and the new cards will go there. But it can happen that I take out this and put them to the wall and changed this around a little bit. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense to you. I don't know. So what I also collect in this journal are all the envelopes that I get with cards and little notes and that stuff, so that I also have the address of the people who send me all the stuff, so that I have the chance to send some happy mail or that stuff without the need to ask for the address, so that I can make a real happy mail, so that the person who gets it really doesn't know anything about that. So that's also a point. And for my new correspondence journal, I'm not sure if I want to do it in the same with the same plan. So if you can call it a plan that I had here in this journal. I went really, crazy with writing some comments from my YouTube videos, with gluing the envelopes and the cards, and I didn't make it in the order I received it. So all the comments are a little bit out of control, because I have written them down where the space was, and I glued the cards where I thought, okay, that could look nice. So I will give you an example in a second. So perhaps I can find that here somewhere. Where is it? Here. So, for example, this card here was made by a really, really dear friend from Germany, and she made this incredible card. You can flip it like this. Here's a little note, and this is really three-dimensional, as you can see here. So she has a die cut, I think, and she cut that out and made this incredible card for me. And I don't want to have written text around here that has nothing to do with this card. I want to have this card showcased on this page, because it's so fragile, and so the look, not the card itself is fragile, but the look of this card is so cute and so special that I want to have something like a frame around here, and nothing that can disturb the emotion that you get when you look at it. Hopefully that makes sense. And when I glue these things that I get in the order of the pages that I have in the journal, then it can be a little problem with those special things. And it can also be a problem when you have something like this. So this card came to me, it's obviously a Christmas card, and I also have this envelope here that I included here into the journal. So as you can see, I glued that here and here, only with a little bit of glue in between of the original pages. So this is a page from the journal, so from the signature, and this is a page from the signature, but this card I added later when I got it. And that is, of course, not possible in every place of the journal. And because of that, I'm not sure if I can do it, like I said before, that I can use the new journal page by page and then add what I get. I think that can be a little problem. Here it's the same. I need this background page with these little dots to not destroy this feeling of this card. I think this music paper fits really well to this card, but I, for example, don't want to glue this to the music paper, because here the background is too loud for me. It's too much going on for this card. And that's the reason why I'm not so sure if I want to, make a continuous order, or how can I say that, in the new journal. So we will see. And I thought long time about if I should say what I will say now, but I said it in the German version of my video, and I will say this here because I'm not sure if the person is still watching my videos. So you can read what is written here. I got this message with a really, really, really kind package due the time I had the coronavirus. I was sitting at home and I was in quarantine, and I had no craft supplies because I was not here in my caravan, but in my other home where I'm in the winter time. And I had no craft supplies, and I was really, really struggling with my emotions, with everything. And then this person sent me a really, really big happy mail, and I was in tears about that happy mail. And now it happened for some reasons that we don't have any contact anymore. And I'm so sad about that, and I tried to contact her several times, but she isn't answering my messages, and I'm really, really sad about that. So if you're watching this, please perhaps think about our relationship that we had in the past, and please think about our friendship that I think still exists somewhere in our hearts. So in mine, of course, because otherwise I wouldn't talk about that here. And please think about if you want to send me a message. And if not, I will accept that, but I'm hoping that you are okay and that everything in your life is okay. So sorry I had to say that, because this channel and my videos are the only possibility to contact her. And yeah, perhaps there will be something in this world that brings her to contact me again. Okay, so this card here, so you can flip it like this. That was also a really, really big surprise, because as you perhaps know, in January of this year, I made a little series about an altered book that I created with my digital paper collection that's called Penguin and Friends. There were some funny, really, really funny things behind this paper collection, because obviously here that are no penguins, but perhaps you know this story. If not, check out the Penguin and Friends playlist. And yeah, some of my one of my subscribers watched this series, and she followed along this series, and then she came to the idea that she can print one of my printable pages to this card size. And that was such a surprise, because in this card here she wrote to me if I have recognized that I can print the pages to this size and that it will look really cute on such a card. And I thought, yeah, perhaps you have won a virtual cookie or something like that. I want to thank you so much, because there's one person who is recognizing that. This paper here that you can see here, of course, in my collection, comes as a DIN A4 sheet. So it's meant to print to DIN A4, folded like this, and then you have a page for your signature, for your junk journal. But I always, so 99% of the time, I create my digital printables so that you can print them like a card. So that this image here, so the whole arrangement makes sense on such a card. And she was one of the first persons, so I think she was the first person who spoke that out and told me that she realized that. I know there are many people who use my papers and perhaps they do it like she did, but it was incredible that she sent this to me, and yeah, that she was so happy about that. So yeah, that was really, really cool. And that's also, of course, a memory that is, yeah, here forever. What I also collect in this journal, excuse me, please, are some of the YouTube comments I got. So perhaps you are watching this video now. Yeah, so you watching this video, and perhaps you try to read what is written here, or perhaps you try to recognize your name. So for that, I have to say also something. So I try to collect those comments that, how can I say that in English? In German, that's much easier. So that are the comments that touch me in some way, that give me some emotions. Sometimes I am in tears of joy, or sometimes I'm also some kind of sad, but trying to use this as a new motivation for the future. Sometimes there are also things that you write that I haven't seen before, so perhaps some problems with video quality, content quality, some questions that I haven't thought about before starting recording the video and that stuff. So that are really helpful things that you write. And those things I want to try to fix here, so to to keep here. If you don't see your name, please don't be sad, because of course there are times in the year where I have to work really much. So the last few years I worked there next to my caravan in a little snack bar. So perhaps you are new to this channel and you don't know me like the others do. So I say that in a few sentences. For you, if you don't know that, I have worked in this snack bar, and I had to work all the summer long. And there were 6 months of really hard work. So that were up to 100 hours per week. So that I had no chance to do anything in this journal, that I had no chance to write the comments down here from my YouTube videos. So I had enough to do to answer to your comments, and there was no chance to write them down. And that's the reason why perhaps some times of the year are missing here, and that's perhaps the reason why you can't find your name here in this journal. But of course, that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate your comments. I love your comments, and I really appreciate them. And I'm so happy that there are so many people in the English-speaking areas that are watching my videos, and I highly appreciate that you are here and that you are watching my videos. And even if you are not a memory in this journal, of course you are in my heart, and I know you. So that's what I wanted to say. But you know that there are sometimes really hard times in our life, and we want to journal and we want to keep our memories, but sometimes it's simply not possible. So that's what I want to say. Some of you asked me how I decide in which way I put the things that I got into this journal. So I will clear that up in one of my future videos, because I thought it would be too long and too difficult to explain within such a flip through, because I have to show you that how I do it, because my English is a little bit, a little bit weird and sometimes not so easy to understand. And so I will make a second video where I show you why, for example, I glue such cards here like they are, and why I sometimes tear some envelopes or use some postage stamps or that stuff in another way. So I will show you that in another video. There will be some kind of journal with me video that happens then in my new correspondence journal that I showed you a second ago. And perhaps you realize that here the writing is in the wrong direction. So here happened something really really bad to me, because I wrote this page here on this page, and I turned the journal like this, wrote this comment here, and I didn't realize that I have to turn it back like this. But instead of turning it that direction, I turned it in this direction and thought, okay, I have to write the next things here. And that's the reason why this is in the wrong direction. But afterwards, after that happened to me, I thought, why not doing this, yeah, in a planned way? So, for example, here I have written the YouTube comment in this direction. Here I have written it like this, and here is some space, and I could also write something here in this direction, and you will see that there are 4 different areas on this double page. And I think in the next journal I will try that out, to use different directions of the writing. I really like that, especially when a page is filled up with writing, and I think that looks really, really cute. And yeah, so if you perhaps have sent me something that you haven't seen here in this journal, that can have 2 reasons. The first reason can be that it is perhaps in a pocket here. So there were some pockets on the other pages that I haven't opened. So for example, this flip outs here. So it can happen that a card is here and you haven't seen it here in this journal. Or it can also be the fact that it is still here in my little basket when you have sent it in the last few days or weeks. So I collect the new letters and that stuff in this little basket, and then when I have something collected there, I put it into the journal. So that can also be a reason why you haven't seen it here. Or the third reason can be that it is somewhere there on my shelf, or even on my wall. So some things that I got are on the wall. And yeah, so because I already took them out here and put them to the wall. Yeah, so this thing here, so I have to put my hand here because here's the address of the person that has sent this to me. That was a really big surprise as well, because the person who sent this to me ordered something in my Etsy shop, and as a thank you, she sent this to me, and this is so cute, and so it's so lovely. And I really haven't expected that someone would send something back when ordering something in my shop. So that was also really, really big surprise. And so this comes from Sweden, and you can hear it in my voice that I'm really, really surprised about these things. And that's a thing that I can only believe when I grab this, when I touch it, when I see it, that it is here, then I can believe that it really happened. And that's, yeah, really incredible, really, really incredible. And I want to thank everyone who sent me something, who sent me a card or a letter or even a happy mail or that stuff. I really, really appreciate that, even if it's not necessary that you send something to me. And that's a point, yeah, in the last days I have thought really, really long about this community, about yeah, the things that are happening in this community, and I'm really, yeah, how can I say that? I'm nearly speechless about the love that is spreading around the world between these people that are in this junk journaling community. And there are so many people who get in contact, so many people that are sitting at home alone, and the people around them don't understand what they are doing. I think you know this feeling when someone in the reality outside of YouTube and the social media asked you, yeah, what are you doing? Why are you collecting paper? Why are you cutting old books and that stuff? Why are you buying so much glue? And then you try to explain that you are creating junk journals, or that you are a paper crafter. And I think you know this expression in the face of these people who asked you, why are you doing that? Or what exactly are you doing? I think it's really hard to explain to the people what we are doing. If you are from America, perhaps that's a little bit easier because in America there are many people who make junk journals. But in Austria, so here in Austria or also in Germany, the people don't know something about junk journaling. They know card making or that stuff. They know scrapbooking when it's a really intelligent person. She or he knows what is scrapbooking. But junk journaling is such a thing that the most people don't know, and they always have the same expression in their face when they hear about that, and they can't understand it, and they also can't understand what is digital paper. So they say, what? You are downloading a paper and then you are printing it at home. What shall that be? So they are really confused, and I think it's so helpful for us to get in contact with the other people from this community. It's such an incredible feeling that I only can encourage you to get in contact with other people from this junk journaling community. Search for some junk journaling friends. Perhaps you would like to exchange some items, or you would like to send a letter, one letter a month or that stuff, to get this feeling that I have with this journal. And yeah, I want to thank everyone who has sent something to me. As I said, even if it's not necessary, but I'm so thankful that I know you all and that you are here with me and that I'm not alone here in my caravan. Because of course, I also know those people who are looking at me a little bit strange and they think, okay, what's wrong with her? What is she doing there? And yeah, this journal is the reason, so you are the reason why I can say it's okay who I am, it's okay what I'm doing, and it's the best thing in my life that I can do that, and that I have the possibility to do that I have the possibility to get in contact with such lovely people that are not outside here somewhere near to me, but they are existing. And they can be real friends, even if we will never meet in person. And that's a really, really big treasure for me. So, yeah. With these words, I want to finish this video. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below the video. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, sorry, until now, please, if you would like to see more videos about junk journaling, then please subscribe. I would be really, really happy. And if you want to know how I work in such a journal and how I will work in this new correspondence journal, then follow along this channel. I will record a video very soon how I will put my new letters and that stuff into this journal, and I will show you that little bit in detail how I will do that. So that will be some kind of craft with me or journal with me video in this correspondence journal. Stay healthy. Sorry. There are those letters who doesn't exist in German, and oh my goodness. I have destroyed the ending of my video. Sorry, now you have to live with that. So it's so hard to, so I think an hour ago I recorded this thing in German and I had to speak German. And then I stopped the camera and I started the camera again, and then I have to speak English from 1 second to the other. And that's so hard to do. Sorry. So, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. See you the next time. I need a coffee now. Bye bye.